Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to explore service annotation. So, we have few categories for these annotations. So, we are going to deal with component scanning, bin definition category today. And in that category, we have service annotation. We have few more annotations in this category. If you look at typical MVC design pattern, user send a request, user get the input form, he fill the input form, then the request will go through controller, then service, then repository, and hit the database, and we get the response other way, vice versa. So if you look at zoom into controller model repository components much deeper, something like we will see. So the app tier we will have, API tier, service tier, persistent tier, database tier. So whenever the controller send a request to service, service will talk to repository and get the data, and service layer will send the response back to controller. So service layer talks between controller as well as repository. So if you look at service annotation, it's one of the annotation from Spring Boot and is a component, plus it has additional features and is a stereotype annotation. And mostly we will use auto to inject another dependencies, another beans. Let's look at key services of the service annotation. So mostly in the service annotation, we will be putting like a business logic, like validate the username, validate the customer data, and propagate some errors if the username is not correct or username having special characters. Mostly this kind of business logic will be validating at service layer. Okay, and whenever you put at the rate service on a class, whenever the Spring launches, it will create an object, it will create a bean for the service and make it available at application context. So the bean injection will happen automatically. So to inject another bean, we use auto like any other component. So here is the syntax of the service annotation. We will be using address service on the top of the class. In this example, if you look at, I say a public class user service, and there is a method like get user info. I'm trying to get the user information, and I put address service on the top of the class, which means this is a component of service type, and service component is available from org Spring Framework stereotypes package. And also sometimes you can use address service for interfaces also. So when you auto-write the interface, the implementation class will be called by Spring Boot. Let's create a sample Spring Boot application. So com dot service demo, and it should be a Maven project, Java. I use Spring Boot 3.4.0 latest version. You can go ahead with whatever the latest is available. Should be verified, and I've used Java 17. No dependencies in this example. Click on generate. Say allow. So just now I have imported the package, the project. Let's run this guy. The application is running at 8080, no issues. Let's create a service test. So I want to make this class as service. What I will do, iterate service. Oh, sometimes what I will do, I want to make a interface as service. So service interface test. So iterate service and I will remove this guy and okay, should be interface, and I say create user update user public void so and implements, yeah, see, so this is an interface of service component. So this interface is implemented by this particular class, and yeah, we can use service for interfaces as well as class depending on your need.